So I was hearing, like, right as I sat down, Parties Just Begun by the Cheetah Girls, and also Power Over Me, Dermot Kennedy. So we're gonna see the messages for you on the eve of this beautiful cosmic energy we're going into. So we've got Kairos, which speaks to divine timing, like aligned timing. We've got the ring, connectedness, the circulatory nature of like everything of existence, which is why everything's like connected, or we're all one and stuff. And then Thanatos. I want one more. I had flipped to, oh, I lost it. I had picked it up and we had split to the siren, but I had dropped it. I want one more for Thanatos. Oh shit, that needed that. Hold on, y'all. We got the tear. Whoa. I think the only one I'm gonna read is the tear. Oh, the morning, the release, the rain flowing through. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often tears what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity over our dewy eyes. So the tear confirming Thanatos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not stumped. I just that was the last thing that I was expecting. Because again, like Thanatos speaks to like grieving, mourning, bearing witness to it all. It talks about, okay, wait, no, hold on. Because it talks about like bearing witness to all. Oh, that's, hold on, I'm looking for one. I'm looking for the ring. Okay, there we go. Yeah, connectedness, humility, sacred cycle. So humility is very, very important here. The ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circulatory of creation. I think circulatory is how you say that. Okay. Divine timing, connectedness, grief, mourning, bearing witness to all of it. Like, this is great, but this is also kind of dark. It's not dark, it's just this is very poignant on the eve of the ending of the Year of the Snake. To be kind of honest with you, I hate to get on here and be like, oh my god, good job, like you did it, but I think that's kind of the point. Kind of to take a deep breath, to kind of lean into some ease. Understand that we all just went through a very collective like death. Thanatos specifically speaks to death as in it being a thing that once you witness it, it changes you, and there's this wisdom, there's this guidance that comes over you, right? And the tear speaks to something lingering, holding on to something, a shedding that is still yet to happen, right? And it's like when you finally allow yourself to cry about something, that is when you're actually feeling the thing. of feeling whatever it is that happened. And it's after that that you like feel much better, because it's a release. It is a release. And I feel like you need some kind of emotional release, some kind of outlet. But like, what is this pertaining to? Spirit, what is this pertaining to? The fault line and the healer. The fault line speaks to knowing that you're not on, obviously, like you're not on steady ground. There being a crack and needing to fix that before. It's like it's the fissure, the rupture, right? The thing that like that splinters everything, right? Starts very small and then it like spider webs out. The healer reversed. I don't always read these cards in like the imbalanced state, but I'm getting that here, kind of like a necessary healing that's needed. We have the box at the bottom here, limiting yourself. It's like finally time. It's finally time to understand that everything is connected. Like, yes, we are connected, right? And we've all gone through this collective shedding, but it's like that everything is connected. Everything has a place. There was this necessary death, this shedding, right, of the year 2025, the year of the snake. It was the wood snake, I believe. And it was painful and it was slow. It was like dragging teeth, like pulling teeth. And it's like you kind of need to allow the dam to break from that specifically. Acknowledge that the release that needs to happen is you acknowledging that it's happened, that you've done this, that you've spent this time, right, working on the cracks in your foundation, like healing that and seeing where it was that you still needed to heal. Like, obviously this speaks to a healer, right? Someone in medicine, or a spiritual healer, you know, therapist, whatever, right? But I'm not really getting that here. Like, you actually being a healer. I mean, you could be, but I'm more so getting just the concept of healing. I just gotta see what kind of animal cards you're in. This is an odd message, especially because there we go. Okay, the whale and the horse. The whale sings its song. So both of these are the most evolved energies within their respective elements. The whale within water and the horse within air. I believe it's the horse. Yep, it's the horse. Desire to delve deeper for profound peace, ancient wisdom. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain. They have overcome many challenges in their life. These experiences have enriched them, giving them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, to trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. So let me take back everything that I just said. I feel like this is actually a call to serve, actually. Because so this necessary time of you taking, if you truly seeing where the cracks are in your own life, you bearing witness to death itself, bowing down to death itself. And I've been having a lot of imagery of Dante's Inferno, of that descent and being like in the pits of it. And I was listening to Unknown by Hozier. Go listen to that if you haven't heard that. I think bridge is like, do you know, well, hold on. Do you know I could break beneath the weight of the goodness, love I still carry for you? That I'd walk so far just to take the injury of finally knowing you. It ain't the being alone, it ain't the empty home. You know I'm good on my own. Shall I lie, baby? You know it's more than being unknown. And there are some people who are better on. It's like, I feel like this gave you like some power, like some cleansing power, actually. It's time for you to see like how connected everything has been, and for you to see your own power and see how you actually can be a healer. Eating my words there. Wow. It's like understanding everything has a purpose. You sometimes you go through things just so that you can like help other people through it, because you're, you know, uniquely equipped. But you have to go through, you know, you got to go through it, right? The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy. Of course it did. Within the deck, it provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back toward any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina and mental exercise are the secret weapons to the horse's legacy. Achieves anything, never gives up. It's this expansive energy. We're going into the year of the horse, right? It's like you had to, you went into this death, this true death, the pits, right? In order to understand the purpose of a lot of things, divine timing, divine alignment, the connectedness of all of us, oneness, what it means to relate to others, to connect to others, what it means to be a person in intimate relationships, what it means to be vulnerable, right? Intimacy, vulnerability, humility were things that you kind of learned through this death. It's like everything was stripped from you, and that is what's left. Your humility, your vulnerability, and like your intimate connections, or like you delving deeper into your own intimacy, right? Like deep self-intimacy and understanding, because the well speaks to like deep emotional expressiveness. These are very powerful cards here. I don't know that I did this reading justice, but this is very powerful energy. You understand the importance of the depth of emotion, and you're not afraid of it, right? Very much Queen of Cups. You know how to go into your own descent and come out of it, because you've done it time and time again. And now it's time for you to do that on a larger scale. But I still think that there's something that needs to be released here. And I actually think it's more so the need to always find cracks within yourself, and to always like be healing yourself as well. I feel like this is just a very multi-layered reading. Let's get some tarot. Of course it fell, but the second card out we have is the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. And that is the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely like some clarity here about a situation that caused you a lot of grief, a lot of pain. That there's there's an opportunity here from this. And it's kind of time for you to see it. It's kind of time for you to see the strength that you've accumulated. Death and rebirth at the bottom here. That was the King of Wands that wanted to come out but didn't, clearly. Okay, what is the collective still not seeing? Where's clarity still needed? So you don't see yourself. You don't see this journey that you've made. You don't see the healing that you've done. You don't see like how deeply connected you are to your own personal like ocean, right? Your own abyss, your own darkness, but your own like depth. Tell me more. The Star. The Hermit and the Star. The Star is the Hermit. Like the star is at the end of the Hermit's journey. That is that, like, what you find within is that light, right? Ace of Wands. Spark of creativity, spark of inspiration, spark of passion, ignition, reinvigoration. I want one more archetype because we had the box at the bottom. I don't know if I said that. Because for what I'm thinking, a couple of cards might have come out that I'm surprised didn't. One more, please. You know, before I started this reading, I saw this. It's sovereignty, right? The Queen is sovereign. She's regal. Like, that's not, but that's what you're not seeing about yourself. We're gonna read it because of course we are. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she's patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and goddesses to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. The embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. When dark, vain, wrathful, self-righteous, demanding. I'm not gonna read the healer, but I feel like it's important to read when it's dark. Tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. So it's like you've done this journey. So I was so convoluted. You've done this journey and you don't see it. You literally don't see it. You don't see your own light. There's a reason why unknown came up, and I said the lyrics to that part is and there are some people who are better unknown. There's something about that. It's like you're still kind of fighting, like it's like the cracks of where you don't see. Yeah, it's like this cleansing that needs to take place. It's like you need to see, like you need to understand and accept. You've already gone through the process, but you haven't accepted that you have gone that there has been a death, that you've had to bear witness to the shedding of yourself, right? Like you were truly no longer who it is that you were. You are actually someone completely different now. You stand in your light, like your light radiates out whether you like it or not. And you're kind of choosing not to see it because you're still kind of wrapped up in all this, like, you know, heartbreak and betrayal, like keeping your mind there. When that's the Ten of Swords. That's the worst of the worst. That is the worst thing that can happen. It's up from there. Literally, it's up from there. But it's up to you to see that, understand that, want it, go for it, right? Like, to look within and see that light. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's the reason why I started with The Party's Just Begun. Because you should be celebrating. This should be a party, right? Like, you were about to be crowned. And I was thinking that, but I wasn't getting that energy. Because, you know, it was very, like, lively and stuff, right? Like, the party's just begun, you must be crowned, this is your initiation, whatnot. But I wasn't feeling that, because you're not feeling that. You're not feeling that, but you're not seeing that. Now is the right time. Everything is connected. Everything had to happen the way that it happened. Whatever's taking place in your life for the last year, that had to happen, exactly down to the, like, millisecond, to the tiniest morsel, crumb, what have you, like, of change that happened. It needed to. It was meant to. It was meant to, for what comes next for you. So what comes next? Three of Pentacles, collaboration, partnership. Four of Wands at the bottom here, marriage. It's 11-11 miracle card, right? Like, togetherness, community, for you to, like, shine your web of light out into the world and find like-minded individuals. What was that wanted to come out but didn't? Judgment. Something's coming. Shit's about to get, like, really good, and you just can't see it. I'll take it. It dropped. Three of Wands, Knight of Cups. There's an energy, like, racing towards you. King of Wands at the bottom. Then I said the King of Wands wanted to come out. What's this energy racing towards collective? I'm pretty sure that was the Eight of Swords. Two dropping is crazy. And that was the Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Two of Cups. Strength. It's something that's not about to back down. And you need to know who you are. You need to know who the fuck it is that you are, right? Send in this Queen energy, send in your sovereignty, send in your power. Remember, the Queen she's forgiving, she's trusting, she carries divinity within her heart. That's what you need to be doing. Magician. You got the Magician and Strength here. There needs to be balance between your masculine and feminine energy. The way you alchemize things, the way you handle things. The Sun. Again, masculine energy, but just like joy. Sun, Seven of Wands. King of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. There's some balances coming in. There's like a harmony that's settling over you. A joy. A kind of like settling into how you radiate light. You can't run from it anymore. It's like Divine's not gonna let you run from it anymore. And it has to do with some other person, some connecting energy that knows what they want and is coming to repair something. Repair something that's been broken. Because I just heard Fisher again. So there's a reason why I read it like that. Why did I see the Nine of Cups and think of it as the Ten of Swords? But the Ten of Swords just came out. I stand by everything I just said within this reading. The only difference is this is something that deeply will deeply fulfill you. But do you believe that you're worthy of it now? You've always been worthy of it. But like now, do you believe it? You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that for whatever is coming. For whoever is coming to communicate very much in their emotions about something that went down, something that went wrong. I can't believe I can't, like, it literally didn't even register in my head that this was the Nine of Cups. That's crazy. That's literally never happened before. I'm gonna leave that there. You do it that way you will.